Hi everybody, welcome back to Harry's Music Channel, and I'm Harry, and today's video I'm going to do a contest entry for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker, or Art, and Art has a contest to try to boost his subscription to 100, and what he would like us to do for this contest is pick one album that's a prog rock album that morphed into rock and roll. For a second album, pick one that has a beat up cover, but yet the record is in good shape. And lastly, show us the oldest album in your collection, and that's either the oldest one you bought or just the oldest one that you own. So with that in mind, let's get started. And for my first record, definitely started out as prog rock. And then because of one song, pretty much got considered rock and roll. And that would be The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. This is a really nice pressing. It's a solid album. It's not just a one-hit wonder. He was kind of different. He was one of the early bands that you might consider glam rock. He wore makeup on stage. They opened for The Who. They opened for Jimi Hendrix, Mothers of Invention, The Doors. They were pretty active, and he would do crazy things on stage, like he put a colander over his head and doused it with, I think, methanol, and then it caught on fire, and people had to pour beer on his head to get the fire out. One time when he was in Italy, he stripped down naked on stage and was kicked out of the country. But he was doing stuff like that way before Alice Cooper was doing it. So that's my choice for a prog rock record that turned into rock and roll hit. Everybody knows the song Fire. I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire. So that's my album for the first choice. For the second one, an album that has a worn cover, but the record is clean. And for me, that's a album out of San Francisco, and the early albums were produced by Sly Stone, and they had kind of had 2 or 3 hits, and that album would be, or band would be, the Beau Brummels. It was hard for me to find a record that had a worn cover because I'm pretty picky. I like my vinyl to be clean. I like my covers to be clean. And generally, you can see here, this has got wear, and it's got somebody's name at the top. It's got almost some water damage here. It's got tape along the bottom. Typically, I wouldn't keep an album like this. I might hang on to it until I get a better copy and I can upgrade. But this was on Vault Records. This particular one has Just a Little, You Tell Me Why, Sad Little Girl, Don't Talk to Strangers, Laugh, Laugh. They were a great pop band. And I've kind of followed them even up past this album, a couple albums later. I'm still looking for Bradley's Barn, but that's my only want right now for this band. And then for the last one, an oldest record that you have. This was tough because anything I bought as a kid growing up has been long gone. When I went in the Air Force, my mom got rid of all my stuff, and that was left behind. That included my records. So I've started my collection over a few times. Of course, just like most of you, when CDs came out, I thought, oh, that's it. That's the future. Time to sell my vinyl and go into CDs, which I did. And I still probably have a couple thousand CDs a bunch of them in another room, some of them behind me here. The ones behind me are basically probably 80% of those are CDs that I don't have on vinyl. The stuff I have on vinyl, I have in another room. So for me to find an old record, I went through a box I have in the garage of stuff I never look at. And I found this record, and the label, it looks to be an acetate, but the label says Mae West, Side 1, recorded February 16th, 1950. And it's at the Como Supper Club, it looks like. So I'm assuming this record is from 1950. I do not have a 78 player. Well, actually, I have a Project Carbon Evo, which will play 78s, but I don't have a stylus for 78s, so I have not played it. But that's probably the oldest record I have in my collection. So that does it for my contest entry. And check out his YouTube channel, subscribe. I like his videos I've seen so far. And if you like my channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button. I guess that helps. I'm still learning all this. But I'm having a good time here. I'm enjoying sharing my music and watching other people's videos. And I've joined in some of the live streams. Rachel the Music Man, she has a great live stream. I enjoy doing that. I've watched the Vinyl Archivist, some of his, and I really like that because I get to hear music that I generally don't listen to. They'll play stuff on there I've never heard, and that's what this is all about for me, is discovering new music. There's a ton of music out there I've never heard, and it's always nice when you pick up something new that you really enjoy. So anyways, thanks, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.